Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. I am just heading out to meet a friend for brunch. We have been friends for a little while on Instagram. She lives in Ottawa, but we've never actually met up, and she was in town, so we thought we would meet up for some brunch at one of my favorite places. She has an account that helps businesses grow their Instagram following, but also her partner does something very similar to mine, so we always bond over that. So I'm really excited. Plus, I got a bunch of packages this week, so I can't wait to show you.
It looks amazing. It's an easier sell. Because then for me as well.
I got so many deliveries yesterday. It was not a typical day. It kind of felt like Christmas. But I wanted to show you all of the things. So this was the one I was most excited about, and it came broken. So this is from Target, the Studio McGee berry branches. And the only part I really cared about was the branches, so it's not the end of the world that the pot broke, the vase. I tried to glue it back together. Decided it would be a fun puzzle and then spent an hour trying to get the super glue off of me. And I couldn't find that piece. Anyways, I don't care because I can put this in a vase, and I think that the berries look cute and realistic as long as little creatures don't eat them. I think this is something that looks cute for fall and Christmas. I mean, I think I even would have it out in any season. So I'm happy with that. Maybe I'll put this on a really tall shelf where you can't see the crack, or just throw it out. Anyways, that was silly. Then I ordered one of the Lulu belt bags. I have a black one from a year or two ago, but I wanted a lighter color because I just tend to wear a lot lighter colors. So it was interesting to see the differences between the old one and the new one. I think that the clips are a bit different, the fabric's a bit different, but I really like this color. It's the opal color. It's not super white, it's a little creamier. Then the other week I got the 40-ounce Stanley cup, and then of course 2 weeks after I got it, they released the 30-ounce with the handle, and it's the new and improved one, so it's leak proof. So one of the cool things about these cups, even the first version, is that if you take the straw out, you can spin this and use it as a regular thermos, or spin it back and it comes with the straw. And because it's got this little thing where the straw goes, it makes it leak proof. And one of my friends did a comparison between this and the Yeti, and these actually work out to be cheaper than the Yeti because you have to buy the extra straw part for the Yeti. Anyways, I think the 30-ounce is a little more reasonable. This one is so big, it doesn't fit in my water dispenser. This one just fits and keeps my water nice and cold. So anyways, I haven't used the 30-ounce yet, but excited to have that option. And yes, I'm very boring and bought the same color. What else? Oh, I ordered these cute cat beds. Well, I think they're supposed to be dog beds from H&M. They were like a wool blend, and then they have this really fluffy inside. So I got 2 of those. I find that this part is very, very fluffy in comparison to the other beds I have. So I'm hoping it will flatten down a little bit because I don't know if it's as cozy for the cats. But anyways, I thought that was cute from H&M Home. I didn't even know that they had things like that. Then the other things, I feel like I need to try these on to show you. This I got from Poshmark. I tracked it down. It's a really cute floral blouse that I saw another YouTuber wearing and I loved. And it's from In Other Stories. It was in their, I think, spring collection. So you can't buy this, but I needed to track it down because I loved it so much. And then these are 2 jackets from Old Navy. I don't know if I'm going to keep both. They're the same, just different colors. But it's a really good look-alike for one from Aritzia. This week has felt a little bit chaotic. I have no routine down, but I feel like I'm spending too much time on some things and not enough on others. And today I was trying to do a bunch of campaign work, which, I mean, I'm very blessed to have all of that to be working on. It's just, I know that Q4 is just going to be so stressful if I already feel stressed now. So that's fun. I'm just trying to work on a reel for tonight, potentially. I think I showed you guys this. I just never hung it up because the wall that I want to put it on let me show you. There's a lot going on here right now because all of the stuff from the bonus room got shoved in here. So I've got to clean that up, and unfortunately the underneath of this bed is filled with other stuff. So that is an issue. But I want to put this up on that wall, but if you remember, the beadboard is actually wallpaper. So if I make a hole with a nail, I think it'll be fine to fill, but just an interesting thought to think of in all of this. I just don't have enough time to get everything done. Like, I've just been living with it like this since the weekend. I slightly cleaned the room up, but not really. But I think that looks really cute there. I like it for now at least, but I also had a second idea of putting a bunch of different hats. So this is it for now, but we'll maybe change it. And I stole that lamp for somewhere, so that is another problem to solve. I found a really beautiful image of a pantry, like an English country, French country house pantry that I really, really loved, and actually thought it would work in our dining room because dining rooms, food, kind of makes sense. So I'm gonna pop that up on the screen, and I'm hoping that if I play around with this a little bit, I might be able to get kind of the vibes that I was going for. I've styled everything and I think it looks so good. It is not identical to my inspo, of course, but I added in a lot more natural colors, like the wicker baskets, other bits of wood. I added in those dried hydrangeas at the top. You can see there's a wreath in the top corner, some old Crocs, bowls, vases, and then the bottom isn't as pretty. It's more useful items, cookbooks and things like that I've collected over the years. And a lot of these books are things that we don't use that often. So if there is a spine turned backwards, it's because it's not pretty and probably won't be looking for it anytime soon, but they're all here, so at least we can do that. A lot of these things are thrifted. Even some of these books, you can see I got the top one for $3.50. The bottom one was around that price too. This was thrifted. I think these might be from my house growing up. That crock is thrifted. The little green bowl. The Fortnum and Mason picnic basket you probably recognize from the antique market the other week. Just down in the kitchen because there's a few different things I wanted to show you. The first is an idea that I've been thinking about, and the second is the new drapes for the kitchen finally arrived. This wall in my kitchen has always been feeling incomplete, falling flat. I just wasn't really sure what to do with it, and initially I think I wanted to do shiplap, but it's just so expensive for the shiplap boards at the end of our kitchen reno. I just said, let's just pause on this. But I asked on Instagram if anyone had any suggestions, so I might mock up a few different ideas. I took everything off of the wall so that I could easily mock it up. So there's just stuff everywhere right now, but the cats are very excited by that. They came in these packages, so I got 4 panels for the kitchen. I've still got to steam them and kind of arrange them a bit better, but I've got them on the one window. And sorry, the cats are watching a squirrel because the squirrels must be trying to hide all of their nuts for the winter. I've got to put away all of this. I think they're putting the nuts in there. Nonetheless, so I picked this fabric and picked the measurements and everything, and they sent them. So I'm just in the process of hanging these up. If you recall last winter, basically the barn door for our parking got frozen open, and then we just basically had no privacy at the back of our house. Even when the trees are gone, the people behind us can see in, and I just don't like that. So I hung a rod, put temporary curtains up, and then in the spring I took them down. So that's why I wanted to get something a little more permanent. So I am working on getting those up. And I will show you the little pinch pleat hook system. It's so smart. She's helping, or squirrel watching right now, but here are the drapes. So I have a sample book from them, and I picked a color which was ivory white, and then I selected pinch pleat, and the custom size to perfectly fit my kitchen. They had all different types of pleats and styles. This is the one I went with, and then it comes with all of these hooks that hook into your curtain rings, which I already had. So this bigger part of the hook slips in here, and then once it's in, there's this hook that is adjustable to your rings. So once I put this piece on, because I had to kind of maneuver and adjust mine, once that's on, if I didn't want this part to show, which you wouldn't, this part slides down to adjust for it, but if you do it too far, it comes off and you can slide it back on the top. So I thought that was pretty smart. I've got the two up. I've got to adjust them and then probably train them to hang perfectly, but I really love them so far. The curtains are up and they look great. The one thing I'll mention is I read some reviews and spoke to people who told me that I should be buying them about 15 to 20 inches wider than the window, and I disagree. I did that, and I think I'm gonna have to make these a little narrower because of it. Because if I pull one of these curtains across, it goes to like almost the entire second door. And ideally with custom curtains, they perfectly fit the window. So when you close them, there isn't any extra. And that's exactly what happens. Lillian. That's exactly what happens with my other curtains. So anyways, if you're gonna order some, I think ordering maybe 5 inches additional to what your window width is sufficient. I guess this is kind of a unique situation because you can see I've got, that's where like the ducting is on either side. So there's no extra. It's not like I could have hung the curtain rod further over. So maybe if you were doing a regular window, it would have been fine, but my front window and this window are this way. So I don't know. Just look at the Amazon curtains when they're closed. You can see the cats are playing, of course. I still feel like they're a little bit too wide, but it's not that bad. I've got 4 panels. You can pick to have a blackout or room darkening liner, but I didn't do that since it's just the kitchen. And I've got to put them back and do the curtain training so that when I do actually open and close them, they always go back perfectly. And I think they need a little bit of a steam. Remember the other day I was showing you my little haul, and the light color of the Lululemon belt bag was in that little haul. I didn't take the tags off because I like to think things through. And then the Sherpa, I think they call it the fleece belt bag, came out, and I really wanted this last year, but it sold out so quickly. So I quickly ordered it, and I felt bad, and I was like, oh, maybe I should cancel this. I don't really need both, but I'm so glad I didn't because the quality on this one is so nice. So it's got a metal zipper, whereas the regular one's just got plastic, and a metal belt buckle. The regular is also plastic. And I just think the colors are really nice. Just so great for winter and fall. And I don't even just need this for casual everyday. Like I would still use this for walks, hikes, potentially even skiing. Hi, cheeky monkey. So I don't know, I might return this one and then just keep this one. Honestly, I have a black one of these and I use it all the time, but I wish I had bought a light color. I just thought it would get dirty, but I don't know, I'm pretty careful. So ideally this would be my lineup rather than the black one, but I don't need to have 3, so probably this should go back.